I want to encourage everybody to have some donuts and cider and give Scott an opportunity to introduce himself to us here. So with further ado, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, great. So I am Scott Murphy. I'm running for Congress primarily because we need to save and create jobs and revitalize our economy here in upstate New York. And I believe I'm uniquely qualified for that task. For the last 15 years, I've been an entrepreneur, starting businesses, and an investor working with small businesses, about 20 companies across New York State, to help them grow and create jobs. And the companies I've worked with have created over 1,000 jobs. So I've been through this process many times, and I think I've got a lot of the skills that are very useful for us to have in someone representing us in government in Washington as we try to get started on these projects. So that's a little bit about my background, a little bit about me. I was born in Columbia, Missouri. My dad was a postman for 39 years. My mom was an elementary school teacher. I've got some expertise in grading single-digit addition and subtraction, so I may need bigger numbers if I'm going to Washington. They seem to keep getting bigger down there, but at least I've got the basics down from a lot of years of practice. And I grew up there. I kind of lived the American dream. You know, my parents sacrificed so that my brother and I could get ahead. And I got to go to college. My father hadn't been able to finish college. And I got to make building businesses my business. And that's what I've been doing for the last 15 years, helping people create jobs and grow their business account. So I think the first thing we need to do is get busy on this Economic Recovery Act that was passed in Congress. I don't think it was perfect. You know, nothing coming out of a 435-person committee is ever going to be perfect, but I think it was a reasonably good step in the right direction, and I would have voted in favor of it if I had been there, because it's going to cut taxes for working people. Payroll taxes are going to be cut immediately. It's going to put people to work on projects that we can get going, infrastructure projects in the short term, and it's going to provide some relief to our state and local government to help close their budget gaps and keep them from raising our property taxes or cutting our services. So those are things it's going to help with, and I think that's worth the risk. I'm a fiscal conservative. People are, you know, farmers are business people. I'm a business person. You don't spend money you don't have. And none of us get to print money. When we want to spend money we don't have. So I think we've got to be cautious. But at the same time, with the banks pulling back, the consumers pulling back, state and local government pulling back, everything pulling back, the federal government is our only shock absorber. And so I think it's worth the risk of spending some money now to try to turn the economy around and try to get it started. So I would have been in favor of it. I want to be sure that we spend it wisely and cautiously and conservatively. Unlike the bailout, where some crazy things were done, I think if you have people like me who understand investment and understand how to watch where the dollars go from running small businesses, we can make sure that that money is spent much more effectively and much more correctly than the money was in the bailout. I think that if you want to run for office, you should tell people what you'll do, and you should be able to provide answers. And I think if you want to be a leader, you have to step up and lead. And I may say something that's wrong, and I may say I'm in favor of this and later wish that I hadn't because it doesn't work. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll work to do it, and if you don't like it, then don't vote for me, or come talk to me, hopefully, first, and explain to me why that's a bad idea, and we'll try to work it out, because I don't think that we need to solve this major economic crisis with Democratic ideas or Republican ideas. We need to sit down and come up with common sense solutions to move things forward. Everybody in this community can see kind of obvious common sense solutions to problems, but yet it seems that we can't get those from our career politicians. The guy I'm running against, he's been in Albany 27 years and he can't even decide yes or no on the biggest economic bill that's out there. I mean, he may disagree with me, he may say no, that's fine, but you can't not have an answer to the question like that. That's not how it works if you're in government. That's not how it works if people are asking you to lead them. So I will work hard if you support me, and I will try to answer questions with some kind of reasonable answer that's commonsensical, and try to come to solutions, because that's what we do in small business, is that we sit around and we try to figure out where are we going to get the next sale, what do we need to do to develop the next product, how do we pay the bills this month. Those are the kinds of problems real people face, those are the kinds of problems real businesses face, and those are the kind of problems that I have been working on for all of my adult career. So thanks for taking the time to come out today. I look forward to getting to see your real business and talk about some of the real issues that you're dealing with, and also try some food.
Great.